Hi, here we have Shabnam is considering three alternatives to invest her surplus cash for a week. Now she wishes to guarantee maximum returns on her investment. A very important word here is guarantee. She wants to guarantee maximum returns, right? Let's see how does this word make a difference. We'll come back to it. Now she has three options, each of which can be utilized fully or partially in conjunction with the others. Okay, so these three investment options can be used in some combination. Option A is invest in a public sector bank. It promises a return of 0.1%. So this is a fixed return of 0.1%. Whatever happens, a market goes up or down, you will definitely get a return of 0.1% here. Option B is invest in mutual funds of ABC Limited. Okay, a rise in the market will give you a return of plus 5% in this option, whereas a fall will give you a return of minus 3%. So here the returns are subjected to markets. If market increases, you'll have a plus 5% return. If market decreases, you'll have a minus 3% return. Similarly, in option C, again a mutual fund CBA Limited. Here, if the stock prices rise, you will get a return of minus 2.5%, and if the stock prices fall, you will get a return of plus 2%. Fine. Now see, when you say guarantee maximum returns, if you invest only in A, you will get a meager return of 0.1%. Is this the maximum return you can get? Well, if you invest in option B and the market rises, you will get a positive 5% return. But is it a guarantee of positive 5% return? No, because you don't know whether market will rise or not. If market falls, you will get a return of minus 3%. So again, that's a loss. So 0.1% now seems better than a minus 3% return, right? But again, we don't know whether markets will rise or not. Same the uncertainty is with option C also. So option B and option C are uncertain returns, but the thing to notice here is, if markets rise, B seems to be a good option, C seems to be a bad option. But if market falls, B will give you a negative return, but C will give you a positive return. So is there some combination of B and C along with, let's say, A, such that you can get a guaranteed return of more than 0.1%. If you invest only in A, you will definitely get a return of 0.1%. But if you do some combination of B and C, because they are acting opposite to each other when markets rise or fall, so maybe there is some combination of B and C which will give you a return of more than 0.1%, right? So let's look at just B and C. Maybe there is some combination of B and C which will give you a better return. And just to be sure, let's consider A as well. So let's say she invests X rupees in A, Y rupees in B, and let's say ABC. A rupees in A, B rupees in B, and C rupees in C. Okay. Now if markets rise, what will her return be? She will get 0.1% of A, so 0.1% of A, plus 5% of B, plus 5% of B, and minus 2.5% of C, minus 2.5% of C. This will be her return when markets rise. But if markets fall, what will her return be? Her return for A will be 0.1% only, so 0.1% of A. But if markets fall, she will get a minus 3% return from B. So minus 3% of B. And if markets fall, she will get 2% return from C. So plus 2% of C. So these are the two possible returns that she has. But since she has to guarantee a maximum return, her overall return should be the maximum of these two functions. Right, she wants to guarantee maximum return. So what's happening is, for different values of A, B and C, if markets rise, this will be a graph like this, maybe some graph like this. This would be a graph like this, maybe, right, for different values of A, B and C. Although we have three variables here, A, B and C, but let's just consider from a 2D perspective. Let's say for certain values of A, B and C, one of these returns will be this and one of these returns will be here. Now what's happening if let's say this is the return for market increasing. So if markets increase, this will be the return, but if market decrease, this will be the return. So here there is no guarantee of a positive return. It can be a negative return as well. Let's say this is the, if for certain values of ABC, this is the point. Now if markets increase, there will be a negative return. If markets decrease, there will be a positive return. So again here there is no guarantee that you will get positive returns. So when will you have a guarantee that this is the return that I will get? The guarantee will be when both these graphs intersect, right? So if both these graphs intersect for some values of A, B and C, whether markets rise or fall, you will get this exact return, isn't it? For any other value, even if let's say X is here you will get positive returns, here you will get negative returns. So there is no guarantee of a positive return. Correct? So the positive return is maximized when the two graphs intersect, when the two graphs are equal, right? So what we just need to do is we need to equate both these returns. So we have 0.1% of A plus 5% of B minus 2.5% of C is equal to 0.1% of A minus 3% of B plus 2% of C. So 0.1% of A is equal both the sides, it gets cancelled out. 3 minus 3% becomes plus 8% of B, and minus 2.5 goes here, becomes plus plus 4.5% of C, right? So percent is by 100, which gets cancelled out here. So we have 8B is equal to 4.5 C. So B by C comes out to be 4.5 upon 8, which is effectively 45 upon 80. And this goes by 5 9 times, this goes by 5 16 times. So the ratio of investment of B and C should be 9:16. This is what we have. Fine. Now that we know that the investment in these two schemes, B and C, should be in the ratio of 9:16. This was A rupees, B rupees and C rupees. Now let's figure out what should A be. Let's just focus on B and C first of all. If B is 9 rupees and C is 16 rupees, let's see what is the return from these two. Considering that for the timing we are not investing in A, we are only investing in B and C. So if we invest 9 rupees in, if B is equal to 9 rupees and C is equal to 16 rupees, in that case what happens if the markets rise, the return is going to be 5% of 9 plus minus 2.5% of 16, right? So 5% of 9 is 5 into 9 by 100 minus 2.5 into 16 by 100. So this is 45 by 100 minus 36 by 100. Sorry, this will be 40. 2.5 into 16 is 40. So this comes out to be 5 by 100, which is effectively what do you say, 0.05. Okay, so on a total of 25 rupees, you will get a return of 5 paise, 0.05 rupees, right? So what is the percentage return that you get from here? The percentage return that you get from here is 0.05 on a base of 25 rupees into 100%. So this is 5 by 25, which is 1 upon 5, which is 0.2%. So if you invest in only B and C in this ratio of 9:16, you will get a return of 0.2%. See, I calculated the return when markets rise. When markets fall, then also the return will be 5 paise only. That's what we calculated this ratio to be, right? If markets fall, you'll get a return of minus 3% here. So minus 3% of 9 rupees and plus 2% of 16 rupees. So minus 27 plus 32 is 5 by 100. See, same return. For same return only we got this ratio, right? That's why. So in any case, markets rise or fall, you'll get a return of 0.2% with this ratio when you invest in only B and C. Now if you, let's say, out of this 25 rupees, if you invest something in A as well, which gives a return of 0.1%, will your overall returns increase or decrease? Obviously they will decrease, because here itself you are getting a return of 0.2%. So why would you want to take out money from here and invest in a fund which is giving you less than 0.2% return, right? You would not. Hence, you would not invest in A at all. So this should be 0. Okay. So the maximum return that can be guaranteed is 0.2%. Now this is one of the toughest questions ever asked in CAT, just because, not because of the calculations involved, but because of the logic that you need to apply in it. So the maximum, first question, the maximum guaranteed return to Shabnam is option C, 0.2%. And what strategy will maximize the guaranteed return to Shabnam? The strategy is not to invest in A and invest in B and C in the ratio of 9:16. So the percentage investment in B should be 9 parts out of total 25. So 9 by 25 into 100%. This is 36%. So investment in B should be 36%. Investment in C should be 64%. 100 minus 36 is 64. And investment in A should be 0%. This should be the strategy, which is option B. Option B is the correct answer here. Thank you.